What's up guys, Going Graft, and we're back and another zoo episode. So today we're doing the polar bears and yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into this. So first off, there's one thing I did kind of forget to do, and that is I need to get some slabs along the edges here. So okay, well I did not mean to do that, but get some slabs around the edges here so that way it kind of like smoothens into the water. I literally just now realized that I forgot to do that. So let's go ahead and start working with the water, because I feel like that's probably going to be the most lively part of this exhibit, because I don't plan on doing too much outside of the water. But so let's go ahead and get this started. So first off, well actually, before we, you know what, I'll do this first, just because it'll be easier. So first off, let me just get some kelp in here towards the middle, because you know, so that way the kelp would be like growing like way taller, so that way, you know, it'll actually look more like kelp and not like, I don't know, I guess like seagrass, because seagrass would look way better, you know, because it's one block tall and it looks way better when it's one block tall. Let me get a few of these in here, and all these ones that's now put down, they're all just going to be double tall, because I'm just going to go back through and put normal ones. But so all of these right here are going to be special. So there we go. So that's pretty much like the main water area, and I do plan on still keeping the kelp, but it's not going to really be like a whole major thing. So yeah, you know, it's just not gonna be as populated, like, you know, along the edges. But now let me just get some of this right here along the edges that's only like one block tall. There's not really that much around the edges that I can really put down, except for maybe like right up in here. But so there's that, and then I need to go back through and get some of the seagrass, like the normal sized one, in through here. Alright, so now I'm just gonna get some of these like the dead coral stuff. So the only reason I'm doing this is just to add more texture to all of this kind of like empty space inside of the you know, this here, and I want to get rid of that because it pokes out of the water too much and it kind of annoys me a little bit. All right, so we got all the dead coral stuff in, so now all I need to do is just add some sea pickles, and the only reason I want to do this is just to add like maybe like a little bit of just some like different stuff in here, because I don't really plan on putting any of these on the land, and I feel like, you know, we don't use them too much underwater. So I feel like there could be like a good way to make maybe the water look a little bit brighter, and maybe it stands out a little bit more. I don't know. I just figured it might maybe help with that some. Alright, so now we have pretty much all the water kind of done, except for a few more things. So pretty much now I just need to get some ice in here. And I don't plan on doing too much with the ice. What I do plan on doing is trying to get a little bit of like a few like tiny little icebergs in here. So pretty much just like something for like the polar bears pretty much like be able to stand on top of, or stuff like that. So, yeah, pretty much all of the ice for, like, the water's done with. I don't know if I'm going to use any more on the land, but, so I guess to go ahead and start off the land area, we can get some, like, rocks and stuff, and, I was doing a little bit of research, and, so I've pretty much concluded that I do kind of want to do, like kind of like something to make the exhibit a little bit more spicy. And I think I kind of found a good way to do it. So pretty much, I saw this one image, and it was like kind of like a back area. It's like little holes where the polar bears can just kind of get into and just kind of like lay down there. It's not like an entire cave or anything like that. It's just like a little inlet, and it's kind of like a little like here. It's easier if I just kind of like build it. So pretty much, it kind of like rises off the ground like a little bit, then it kind of like slopes up, kind of a little bit more like close to being like, you know, a little bit higher up. So pretty much imagine some about kind of about like, I don't know, imagine it being the shape of about like this here. And then it kind of rises up a good bit, or like pretty much on our case, kind of about to like there. So this there's kind of like the basic outline. I did add a little bit of texturing here and there, but it's not really fully done. But and of course I had to make it into like a cave, but you know what, it doesn't look bad. I'll tell you what, it looks way better than I really thought I would be able to do. The one problem I have is that they're going to be able to get up here, and the one solution I have is just barriers, because honestly I feel like I can't really get a good shape out of it without it looking completely abnormal, and still keep the polar bear from able to like climb up here. Of course, I could make it like 2 blocks tall, but then this right here would have to be expanded up, just kind of keep that good height level stuff going. And then it just does not look as good. So, or actually, I could just do this here. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. But I'd have to do, okay, I could do that and that. Alright, that kind of helps keep the shape. I don't think they should be able to jump over. I'm still going to put barriers up there just in case, but I don't think they should be able to make that. So, yeah, we got a little bit of a solution going on, but now I just need to really texture all this stuff. And add in cobblestone is kind of like a secondary thing, but I also do need to add it in along through there a little bit. I don't plan on really adding it into the water. It's just going to be more or less used for like kind of like stones or something, or you know what I'm talking about. Just kind of like rocks on the surface. It's not really going to be used as ground texture or anything like that. Alright, so I finished up this little cave here. It's not too much room, it's just pretty much enough to kind of like walk on through. But just to make it look a little bit more roomy, I'm going to add in a few hay bales here and there. Just about like that there, and then I might add just a few more in over here. So that way maybe they lay a little bit more out in the open for guests to see or anything like that. But yeah, so there's that. And actually what I kind of want to do, that I usually don't ever do, but I don't know if it's going to, like maybe like heat lamps or something. I feel like this right here isn't really tall enough to do anything like heat lamps or anything. Yeah, it definitely isn't. It needs to be at least 3 blocks, that way they can still like walk by it or walk under it. But so yeah, there's like the little polar bear kind of like cave or whatever. Oh, I do need to add a little bit more of cobblestone on top. Let me just do that real quick. Got that done, and I don't really, actually I will keep these because I do kind of want to do something else just to kind of maybe make this look a little bit more natural. What I kind of want to do now is maybe add kind of like these little like mountain terrain things right around here, like right along here. And like I want to make them like high enough so that way, you know, they don't, to where they aren't like climbable or anything like that. But I do want to make it to where, you know, it does look decently realistic. So pretty much all I'm doing right now is just trying to get a good like base for it. But there's only gonna be like a tiny bit of these. It's not gonna be that many, but so pretty much they're gonna be kind of about like that there. Then all I really do is just pretty much texture them with andesite and cobblestone and, you know, normal stone and all that. So yeah, I'm just adding like some of these like back walls really fast, and then we can move on and maybe start with the snow and stuff like that. Alright, so I got all these like little kind of like pillars and stuff along the corners. I went ahead and just added in some stuff like kind of like more towards like, you know, like the actual just stone slabs themselves. And honestly, the exhibit's looking way better than I was originally thinking it would look, because, you know, I was originally planning on it being pretty much just stone and some ice and green stuff in the water. That was pretty much it. But honestly, this ended up turning out like way better than I was really expecting it to. But so now we just really need to add in some snow, and I think I'm going to take away that snow because I don't really want to use that. And same with the, actually, I still probably need that a little bit. But so first off, let me just try to get some snow here on the ground, and so pretty much, and then the reason I want the diorite that way, I kind of like blend it in with the stone a little bit. And that's pretty much the main reason I'm using this here. And yeah, that is kind of like my explanation for myself. And then also, I'm going to use some of this right here to kind of mix it in with the ground, so that way it kind of looks like the stone and the snow is kind of a little bit combined together a little bit. Alright, so I've added in all this like snow and diorite to, you know, kind of look like stone mixed with snow a little bit. And also the texturing has turned out pretty well, and I also used some white stained glass to, you know, get this kind of like ice effect, like icicle effect right here. I decided not to use Enrage just because I felt like it was too solid and so I needed to kind of like thin, like it could easily snap off. So I mean, yeah, there's that. So pretty much all I need to do now is just kind of just spread out these like different like brain coral fans and like and all sorts of like, you know, dead coral stuff like that. So yeah, pretty much done with that. So now I just need to really just add in the stone buttons and stuff, and that's just, you know, I'm just gonna like spread these out a little bit here and there just to, you know, look like some like like not puddles, but like pebbles, you know, it's kind of like poking out of like, you know, the stone and all that. Exhibit's pretty much fully done. I think it looks really good. Like I'm actually pretty surprised with like how well it turned out. But so let's go ahead and get our polar bear in here. And I don't know if I want to go for 1 or 2. I'm thinking 2, but I'm also thinking 1. But yeah, I think 2. This exhibit's pretty big for only 1 polar bear, so let's get another one in here. And you know, I want 2 full-grown adults, so I'm just gonna teleport that one really fast. Just teleport already. Jesus. Put up a little fight. Alright, so there we go. I got 2 polar bear. Oh no, please tell me they're not going to do this with... Oh my god. Thank you for stopping. I do not want to go back through and have to, like, pretty much erase every single... Oh yeah, that reminds me, I don't think they're going to jump it, but as like a just-in-case procedure, I'm just going to kind of do this here. It's just going to be kind of like a covering. It's going to, like, really trigger me. But, yeah, there's the polar bear exhibit. I think it looks really good. I still need to like get a trail going like back through there. I'm probably gonna get one going in through back here to connect this up, mainly because I do plan on doing this. What is it? Because we only have like 2 animals left. the snow upper. I do plan on putting it into the side of this hill here, because for this like kind of like final Arctic exhibit, just kind of change it up. Here's a little like kind of sneak peek of like kind of what I'm thinking. It's gonna be kind of like underground. It's gonna be like an underground cave with maybe like a hole in the middle of the exhibit for like the roof, just to let some light in. But so yeah, that's kind of want to make that exhibit a little bit different. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and catch you guys next time. Peace out.